Good morning, students. Today we'll go with the fifth unit in our subject. Under the fifth unit, we are going to have a discussion about one example microcontroller, that is Intel's 8051 microcontroller. So, coming to the introduction, first we'll know what is the difference between microcontroller and microprocessor. The microprocessor is a programmable chip that performs the CPU of a computer. In general, microprocessors can be classified as general purpose microprocessors, microcontrollers, and digital signal processors. A general purpose microprocessor is the CPU of digital computer, and it is connected with the input, output, and memory externally via the system bus. Whereas microcontroller is a processor which contains all the things internally connected. And microcontrollers are called as single chip computers or computers on chip or system on chip, and they are used for machine control operations where we need not change the program. Equipment that uses microcontrollers includes computer printers, plotters, fax machines, xerox machines, telephones, etc. The major difference between microprocessors and microcontrollers is that microcontrollers are comparatively faster because of reduced external memory accessing. And examples for microcontrollers are 8031, 8051, 8096, and Motorola 68 series. And digital signal processors are processing chips that we have flexibility in hardware and software. So only the microcontroller is a microprocessor provided with the inbuilt input, output, and memory units. That's why it is going to operate faster than the microprocessor. So we will have one example microcontroller, the Intel's 8051. So coming to the features of 8051, it has 8-bit CPU and 4 kilobytes of on-chip memory, program memory, that is ROM memory, and 128 bytes of on-chip data memory, data RAM, and 4 ports. Each ports are of 8 bits in size, and there are 2 timers. Each timer is 16-bit size, and we have a full duplex serial port and on-chip clock oscillators. So this is the architecture diagram. So here you can see that on the right hand side there are 4 ports, port 0, port 1, port 2, and port 3. So here port 1 and port 3 are used for input output operations, whereas port 0 and port 2 are used to carry the address. Port 0 is used to carry the low order 8 bits of address AD0 to AD7, and port 2 is used as a multiplex used to carry the high order address from A8 to A15. And port 0 can be used either for address or data, so it is a time multiplexed one. And port 1 is used only for IO operations. Port 3 can be used for IO or interrupt or to carry the counter information and serial data, and also the read write signals. And here we have an 8-bit accumulator, a B register, and a program counter and data pointer. The program counter is a 16-bit register which contains address of next instruction to be executed. The accumulator and B registers are used to hold the data on which the ALU is going to operate. ALU is going to operate on 8-bit data items. That's why accumulator and B register are 8-bit registers. The data pointer contains the data right from the memory. It is a 16-bit register and it can be accessed as two 8-bit registers. The high order 8 bits of DPTR are known as DPH, and the low order 8 bits is known as DPL. And the status of ALU operation or the 8051 microcontroller is given by the PSW register known as program status word, and we are provided with a set of special function registers. These are nothing but the reserved area on the ROM memory. And we have system interrupts or timers, memory control data buffers. These are provided with 6 signals. Here there are 2 signals which are power related. One is ground and VCC. And on the left hand side, EA stands for external memory access, and PSEN stands for program storage enable. And XTAL1, XTAL2, these are clock related signals. ALE is the address latch enable and the reset operation. And these the special function registers SFRs. We have two interrupt related registers, IE and IP. IE stands for interrupt enable, IP is the interrupt priorities. And then there is a power related register PCON, power configuration. Then they related to serial data transfer, there are two registers, S buffer, serial buffer and serial configuration registers. And related to timers, there are two registers, TCON stands for timer control and TMOD stands for timer mode operations. And these two timers are 16-bit timers, and they can be again divided into two 8-bit timers. There are two timers, T0 and T1. T0 is again divided into low order 8 bits and high order 8 bits, TL0 and TH0. Similarly, the low order 8 and high order 8 bits of T1 timers are TL1 and TH1. And the internal RAM, this is again divided into three parts. The first 32 bits are known as register bank. The next one is known as bit addressable area, and the remaining is called as general purpose area. The 32 bytes of first register bank are again divided into four parts, and they are known as bank 1, bank 2, bank 3 and bank 4, and they are used for as general purpose registers. The arrangement of the components is shown here in this. This is a block diagram of 8051 microcontroller, and we can see that the port 0 and port 2 are arranged on the top, and there are, since there are 8 bits, port 0 pins are known as P0.0 to P0.7, and port 2 pins for P2.0 to P2.7, and port 3 pins, port 1 pins P1.0 to P1.17, and similarly port 3 pins are known as from P3.0 to P3.7. And we have the accumulator, which is provided with two temporary registers, temp1 and temp2, the arithmetic logic unit, the accumulator and B register, and the B on the top we are provided with the RAM and the ROM. And here we are provided with the special purpose registers, program address register, buffer, program counter and the related registers. And this is what the timing and control diagram provided with the 6 signals as we have discussed earlier. Now from the block diagram we can observe that there are 40 signals, and the pin diagram of 8051 is a 40 pin diagram. For 8 ports we have for 4 ports we have 4 into 8 32 pins. For P0, P0.0 to P0.7, and P1.0 to P1.7, P2.0 to P2.7 and P3.0 to P3.7, and so these make up the first 32 pins. The remaining 6 pins are 2 are for power related signals, pin number 20 for ground and pin number 40 for the power supply, and 2 are for clock signals. One is reset, pin number 9 is reset, pin number 31 is for external access, and pin number 30 is for address latch enable or program memory, and 29 is program storage enable. And now coming to the memory organization. So in 80851 there are two types of memory, ROM memory and RAM memory. The ROM memory is also known as program memory, and RAM memory is called as data memory. The program memory again can be either on-chip memory or it can be connected externally. The on-chip memory is called as internal program memory, and the outside memory is called as external program memory. Similarly, we have the internal data memory and external data memory. The size of the internal ROM for 8051 is 4 kilobytes, and the internal RAM is 128 bytes, and the external RAM size and ROM size is 64 KB. So we will discuss about the internal RAM structure and the external RAM structure and how these are connected and what is the use of these memories in the next class. Thank you.